Vikings game plan continues, and I'm Paul Allen. Privileged to call games with Pete Bercich on KFAN and the Vikings Radio Network. We have another one this Sunday at noon against the Bears, a team that just rolled the Houston Texans after a long losing streak. What do they look like on film?
The Minnesota Vikings look to get back to 500 this weekend against these Chicago Bears. Now, the Monsters of the Midway have found a little bit of a rhythm on offense. I mean, with Mitchell Trubisky at quarterback, you've got David Montgomery, Allen Robinson. The group's starting to put up some points. We're going to take a look and see what they're doing. Defensively, Akiem Hicks is back, which is a big shot in the arm for this Bears defensive front. So let's take a look at the film and see what the Vikings have to do this weekend to get back to 500. All right, the main thing that David Montgomery brings to this Bears offense is his ability to get explosive. And you see Montgomery really in the gun right next to Trubisky. Now, Trubisky takes the snap right when he's about to hand it off to Montgomery, and you see that freezes J.J. Watt. But you see to the front side of Montgomery, there's a problem. There's a huge hole that the offensive line has been able to put together. And Montgomery gets through there, but he gets to that second level, and you see the safety come up. Now, the safety is the safety valve. He needs to make this play. Montgomery, boom, stiff arm, turns on the jets, and there's just nobody out there that's going to catch him. So this is the first offensive snap for the Bears against the Texans. They get 80 yards on the ground. I mean, that's a great way to start the game. Now, same type of formation. You see Montgomery next to Trubisky. This is what Montgomery struggles with. And what he doesn't do well is in pass protection. He's going to have to come across this formation to block. He's one-on-one with the defensive back, and he doesn't get much of them, and they get the sack on Trubisky. So the whole goal when you watch these plays is you want Montgomery to be in pass protection. You want to find a way to get a linebacker, a safety, somebody rushing up inside to get on him. Next play, same formation now, right? No tight end, gun, running back off to Trubisky's right. Again, Montgomery has to come across to pick up the blitzing safety, and he can't stop him. That jams up the middle of the field. Trubisky has to pull the football down, and the rest of the pass rush is able to get there. So the Texans had some success getting pressure on Trubisky, especially when they had and made the running backs get involved in protection. Now, the other shot in the arm is Allen Robinson. Now, the thing is with Allen Robinson is you got to know where he is at all times. This is getting into the red zone. You see Allen Robinson here on the bottom of the screen. Snap of the ball, just a little bit of a wiggle and then go, and then he gets himself right on a perfect angle to the sideline, and Trubisky, under pressure, throws a nice back shoulder type fade. He's ruled in bounds, first down inside the red zone. Now, 2 plays later, anytime Allen Robinson is not lined up in the wideout and he's in the slot, pay attention. This is where he's going to be on Jeff Gladney and those kinds of things. But watch this move. When Trubisky takes the snap, this stutter and go move that he does on the Texans DB is a thing of beauty. I mean, it's one of those things where you just want to rewind it and watch it over and over and over again. But the move to get here and then to get under Adams, and then Trubisky actually makes a nice throw, great timing, bam, there's your touchdown. So the Bears offense is finding a little bit of a rhythm, okay? Again, you've got Robinson in the slot at the bottom of the screen, putting a move on the corner, just sets him up, gets inside. Trubisky gets him the ball right on time, and then he can make a guy miss, and then he's got that open field speed, and the Texans were lucky to chase him down. So defensively, last time we played, didn't have Akiem Hicks. So Akiem Hicks is in this game, and you watch him, what he can do. This is him one-handed holding off an offensive tackle. I mean, this is a thing of beauty. He gets that right hand. Is it up in the face? Yeah, a little bit. But he turns with one hand, able to turn that offensive tackle, get down the line of scrimmage, and then make a tackle for loss. I mean, there are not many men in the NFL that can do this, and Akiem Hicks is absolutely one of those. Another thing you'll see out of the Bears defense, and this one stood out, was a 3rd and 7 play around midfield. The Bears decide to go with a zero blitz. When I say zero blitz, there is no free middle safety. You have 3 defensive backs on 3 receivers, a linebacker on the running back, and then the corner chasing the wide receiver in. If somebody misses somebody, there's no one that's going to be able to stop them. And this throw should have been intercepted. It wasn't. So the Bears missed an opportunity, but aggressive. All right, we know that the Bears are the sack masters, and I have two plays here. Early on in the game, Houston gets the ball. They're backed up. Pass rush, you know what they can do. Play fake. Watson has to try to make things happen. Bilal Nichols comes off the block. Tackle, sack. You know, against a very mobile quarterback, they were still able to get to Watson. Now, this play is amazing. You've got Akiem Hicks right next to Khalil Mack, right? Okay, so you think you're going to be turning the offensive line that way. Well, then just outside, you have Roquan Smith, who is also a very good pass rusher. And they take advantage of one-on-one blocking. Both defensive linemen, Akiem Hicks loops around the center. Khalil Mack comes underneath. And then Roquan is outside of the tackle. The penetrator, Khalil Mack, is the one that breaks through and gets to the quarterback. And basically, man, this is a jailbreak there. So you're going to have to find a way to slow down the aggressive blitz of the Chicago Bears.